channel. Yeah, this is gonna be one of my official photo editing videos, and it's gonna be mind blowing. I'm making it specifically for beginners, those who are just getting into photo editing with Photoshop. So this is my amazing model. Photo credits to Lawal, an amazing photographer in like Nigeria. I'm going to be removing the blemishes from the skin of the model. That is the very first step to take when editing photos. So to do this, I'm going to use the patch tool. First, I'm going to zoom in and then try to remove the pimples from this by circling around the pimple and dragging it to where it is smooth, like that. This as well, just doing it a little bit small and dragging it to where it is a little bit smoother. You see that it is being removed, like this as well. I think there's a pimple here, so you drag it as well. That's good. Here as well, you drag it. That's good. So this is just the very first step. We're still going to be smoothing the skin. So this is just, you just want to like do this round to make sure that we're having no rough edges, no rough edges most especially. I think there's a little bit of a rough spot here. Just drag it around here to smoothen it. This, just drag it. This, just drag it, and then okay, drag it here, and this, like that. So let's look around the ear and see if there's any rough edges. I think yeah, the model has a very smooth skin, so we don't have much problems with the skin. So the next step is to do the frequency separation. So for beginners, something we call something frequency separation. Let me first name this removing blemishes. So there's something we call frequency separation. And frequency separation is the process of separating the skin to two different layers. First, the color layer, and second, the texture layer. I know you might not understand what I'm saying, but let's follow along and then you will get to understand what I mean. So first of all, for you to do that, you have to let's group all that we have done with Command Shift Options E, and then a new layer will open. So with this, we're going to be creating two layers. I'm going to be writing typing Command J to duplicate the layer. So the first layer is what I call color layer, and the second layer I will call it is called the texture layer, rather. Sorry, it's called the texture layer. So these two layers, we're going to separate this photos to two different layers. So watch me as I do it. So first off, for the color layer, we're going to go to filter, go to blur, and go to Gaussian blur. So we're going to go to the roughest part of the skin. First, we're going to drag this radius to 0, and then look for the roughest. Okay, this is rough, and then let's make it blur so that it's going to be very clear. Yes. So the point that this is clear without reducing the face of the skin. I think now it's perfect. So we're going to make it blur so that it can become very smooth. When you click OK, that is for the color. So if we're gonna go to the texture layer, and then go to image, go to apply image, and then we are going to click on remove color, because we want to separate the color from the texture. So we're going to click on subtract, because we are removing, and then you leave it on this unchecked, you leave opacity 100%, mask unchecked, scale 2, offset 128, and you click OK. So after doing this, you you go to normal, the blending options, and you go to linear light to restore it back. So this, you have been able to separate the layers to two. So let me show you. See the color layer, and see, this is the texture layer. You see, this is the texture and this is the color. So we've separated the photo into two. So we're going to press Shift Option Command G, so that to group this to frequency separation. So the purpose of doing this is so that we can treat each layer separately. So we're going to be using the mixer brush tool to smoothen the color layer to make it even. So how do we do it? We go to the brushes, we go to mixer brush tool, and then for you to have the perfect view of the mixer brush, what you'll be adjusting is first for you to go to the black and white adjustment layer, and then drag it so that you can be able to see where the places that is dark from the places that is white. So you're going to mix it properly, so you want to mix the wrong side from and the other side. So the mixer brush tool is used to smoothen the layer. So the reason why I'm doing this is so that I can know the regions to mix. So with this, I will just click on the color layer, and then select mixer brush tool, and then start mixing. So you see, I'm mixing this region, and very important that you follow through with the settings above. Here's the settings: 140 for the brush size, the custom. Make sure that this is left unchecked. Make sure this is clicked so that your brushes will be cleaned every time you are painting. Wet 9%, low 75%, mix 90%, flow 100%. Make sure all your settings are as this so that you have an even, coloring. So as you're mixing the layers, I will show you the effect very soon. Yeah. So let's switch off the black and white. You will see, I think I should have made it double. Okay, let me just keep it like this. Just want to show you how what the difference is being made. I'm smoothing the skin. You will see it after I go back to show you the before and after, but wait, let me be done with the smoothing process with the mixer brush too. So you see that I am coloring it evenly. I'm not just scattering it, because if I scatter it, it would rub off and it would make the images poorly made. Okay, so let's continue with the mixing. Okay, let me show you the before and after. The before and after, you see there's a difference. With the frequency separation, I'm able to, there's the faces are rough, but now you see that the faces are becoming smooth. It is the work of the mixer brush too. So that is the effect. So please don't skip this step. This step is very important to make your your model skin very smooth. All regions must be smoothed. All regions. As long as it is skin, you must make sure that it is smooth. So if I want to show you what happens when do you do it wrongly. If you do it like this, you see, is is you're already brushing it in the wrong way. That is why Command Z, you have to brush it in the right way so that it will mix properly. It will mix properly. So it is very important for you to mix it in the direction. Let me increase my brush to mix it in direction that it will be smooth. So how do you increase your brush? You press the bracket key to increase your brush size, or you can go here to increase your brush size. So here or here, or press the bracket key. So let me increase the brushes here and mix this part very well to make it evenly distributed. And now I'm mounted. Mix it very well. You see, it's done properly. Done properly. So that being said, and that's been done, I want to put eraser so I can erase the parts where I will still want. Let me increase the brush. I will still want the texture to be available, and then I go back to the mixer brush tool, and then I paint it back. I just want to make sure that everything is in place. I'll Command Z, reduce, uh, reduce, just mix it. Okay. So that being done, look at the before and after. Before and after. So this we want to um erase this side because we don't want the texture of the nose to still be available to smoothen the skin. So now the next thing is to do the dodge and burn. So I'm going to be creating a new layer. So I'm going to be deleting this. So I'm going to be creating the dodge and burn. First, I'm going to create a new layer with the Command Shift Option E. So with this, I'm going to create the dodge and burn. So how to create a dodge and burn? You just go to the curve adjustment area, and for this, you click bright, and then you invert is Command I, and click on dodge. Then you click enter. Then you click plus again. Sorry, Command Z. You click curve layer, um, curve adjustment, and then you drag the channel, the curves to below, and make it Command I, and convert it, and write the bond. So you also need the black and white adjustment layer to know where to dodge and where to bond. So I'm going to go to the black and white adjustment layer, and then same thing. I will drag the reds to about 86%, and then the yellows a little bit, you know, let's say 20, let's say 12 minus 12. So I want it to be very visible. So let me just drag this to 9. So I will go to dodge, and then I'll click on the brush, and I'll click on the brush too, and then I'll expand it. For dodge, you're going to be brightening the highlight where it is bright. So I'm going to be increasing my brush. I'm going to be increasing my brush to be bigger, and then I'm going to be dodging. Oh, sorry, Command Z. It's very important that the brush is not hard, it is soft, and also the flow. You use the flow to like about 2%. So then when you dodge, oh command Z, the flow should be at least 2%. So when you dodge, it brightens the brighter part. You can see now doing it is brightening it. So we're going to be dodging the bright part. We're going to be dodging the bright part here. We're going to be dodging the bright part. And then after you are done dodging the bright, I think the air as well, you need to dodge it because it's also part of the bright part. So once you're done, you go on the burn and you burn the dark part. You burn it to make it darker. So so if you click on the before and after, you will see. Let me turn off the adjustment. Let me shift command G, dodge and burn. Sorry, I didn't spell the burn correctly. Dodge and burn. So if I click, you will see the difference. You see the difference. I brightened the brighter layers, and I darkened darker layers. If I turn off the dodge and burn, you see that there is no brightness of darkness. So it's very important to dodge and burn